So this skater remains, in my opinion, one of the most underrated New York Rangers of the 1960s era. In the famous book, 100 Ranger Greats, published in 2009, he was ranked as number 3 all-time of the 901 New York Rangers who had played during the team's first 82 seasons. One of the Toronto St. Mike's Majors graduates, a very, very fluid player, big, rugged, 6 feet tall, 185, and it's got to be Stuart Arnold Brown, better known as Arnie Brown. Now, Arnie Brown broke into major junior in a big way, played with the Toronto St. Mike squad and later the Toronto Marlies of the OHA. Over 3 seasons, he averaged about 15 points a campaign, had a really strong playoff with St. Mike's in 1961 with 15 points in 20 games. He was a product of the Toronto Maple Leafs, played with them in 1962 for a cup of coffee, 2 games, and also played with Rochester, their affiliate in the AHL. Now, send out a season, Rochester in 63, full season, 28 points in 71 games. Now, 64, Toronto's cup run. That year, he played 4 games in a regular season with no playoff games. 27 points in Rochester with 4 goals, and also skated with the Baltimore Clippers that year. Then he found himself again in the Rangers system. He played his rookie campaign with them in 65, 12 points in 58 games. Now, he put up some good defenseman numbers until he broke through in the 69 season where he had 10 goals and 22 assists for 74 points. 70 was his career year with 36 points in 73 games, including 15 goals, and eventually found himself out of New York with the Detroit Red Wings. 75 games and 71 total, 5 goals, 18 assists for 23 points. Now, after Detroit full season in 72, he found himself with expansion New York Islanders, and with the expansion Atlanta Flames that year, where he put up 63 games, 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points. Now, after a full season with Atlanta in 74, he decided to jump to the WHA. He played with 3 teams in the 75 season, Michigan and Baltimore, where he put up a combined 7 points in 50 games, and 10 games with the Vancouver Blazers for 60 games that year for 8 points. Now, final NHL totals, 185 points, 681 games, 44 goals, 6 points in 22 playoff games, and WHA 358 in 60 games. Now, what I liked about Arnie Brown, he had good skill as a player, but wasn't scared to drop the gloves. Not say he was an enforcer, but he would protect the bigger players on the team, like the gag line. But Arnie was very, very underrated. Like I said, a very fluid player. Be interesting to see if he would have stayed with the Rangers for that 72 Cup run, if it would have been a little bit different to, protect some of the younger and the more dainty players that were on the Rangers. I know Roger LeBert once said, Arnie gets the fights that I'm not supposed to take. So that kind of sums it up for a lot of people. So that's the legend of Arnie Brown. Thanks for listening.